Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Day Lavender, and I just want to start off and say I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful for all the views, the likes, the subscriptions, and the comments. I'm so glad to see that you did enjoy the video when I traveled to South Africa for a cleansing, and also to get majority of my questions answered. But I came there looking for answers and then left definitely with more questions as well. I felt that it is important to give you a recap on how that went. When I traveled there, it was about September, October 2021. Now it is February of 2023 of me recording this video, and I know that I've been MIA last year. I just had to sit in that moment. Honestly, I did not know what to say, what to record, and what direction I wanted my channel to go. And then after just sitting in that, just sitting and just doing in that feeling, I definitely came to a conclusion, which I would love to share with you in this video, in the direction I want to take my video, the channel, and everything. And knowing me, I don't record anything until it feels right, until I know what I want to express or what I want to show. I was able to grow, feel my feelings, and essentially be able to trust my intuition and the ideas that come to me. I can definitely give you a month-to-month recap of everything that happened in 2022. I can also show you, give you an announcement that where I want to go, where I want to take this channel. But first, I definitely want to show you some things that I bought and brought with me from my trip. Beautiful fabrics that of course I'm putting to great use, and I have some more to show you. I have some throughout the house that I'm using, and these fabrics I'm definitely putting to great use. It's definitely essential. Well, you'll see towards the end of the video, it's the fabrics I'm using is definitely essential to the everyday life, everyday lifestyle, the direction that I'm moving. I also want to show you this bamboo pouch that Sangomas use. Let me put the lid on top. This bamboo pouch. If you've seen my video, or one of my videos that are doing really well on my channel, my second highest grossing video, where I show how I cleanse my bones, you should already know that one of my divination tools is bones, throwing bones. I also read tarot. This bamboo pouch holds bones. Sangomas use it to hold their bones and all their items. They use to read, pretty much they conduct readings. They read the bones and all the items within this pouch, the answers they need for their client to help them out. For healing purposes, for just to help with anything they have in their life, any questions that they have. This pouch is very helpful to hold everything. It's much more organized than what I had before, what I was using. I just kept everything in a cloth, but I can show you just a little bit of things that I have. Some of the things that they use as well. Of course, you have bones, the bones that I've collected myself. You could put dice or a die, cork. Honestly, I started listening to my intuition, the things I feel like I need to put in here to read that, feels like important to hold a certain meaning or interpretation, a symbol. For example, for me personally, seashells. Seashells for me means travel. Travel, because I guess if you're not living near the beach or a river, in my case where I live, there's seashells or shells at the river. If you don't live near a body of water, you have to travel to it. So I see seashells honestly as travel. Seashells are also, I see that as life cycles. So whatever, what I also said in that video, my how I collect my bones and items, you put things that resonate with you, that represent something to you. I also have beads, different color beads as well. So pretty much it just holds all the things, all the tools that I use to divine and to get my answers. And when they throw their items or throw the bones out of their bamboo pouch, it can land on the ancestral cloths, the fabrics that I've shown you. For me, while I'm learning and still trying to get accustomed or acquainted with bone throwing, um, I don't. I would throw it on the fabrics right underneath me, but I also have a, I'm trying to think of the word, zodiac wheel. Something I got from Etsy. It's a beautiful fabric. Let me know if you want me to tell you where I've gotten what person or seller on Etsy I got it from, who I got it from. It's from India. And with my experience, maybe it will help you feel a little bit better. I know I received a couple of comments about people feeling a little bit of apprehension, and they felt a lot better when they watched my video. And maybe seeing how I've been afterwards, how much has changed or what has happened to me, maybe that also will give you a little bit more comfort and calm any fears or any apprehension you've been feeling or any anxiety that has come about with doing having a consultation or having a cleansing with the Sangoma. And this is my experience. This is what I've gone through, and this is the feelings that I feel. I know everybody's different. I know everybody's experience won't be the same. Everybody is going through a different, going on a different path, going on a different journey from each other. So, and I know for me personally, a lot of things did open up. I know that for me, my ancestors weren't too happy. I wasn't really trusting myself. I doubted myself a lot. A lot of things, that ideas or intuition that came to me, I kind of second guessed myself. And it seemed like if I wasn't going to listen to them, if I wasn't going to be obedient and open-minded and just stepped out of my comfort zone, they were going to withhold a lot of things from me. And once I had the cleansing, it was like the floodgates opened up, the doors, things made clear. It was crazy how quickly things has transformed. But I will say, before things started opening up and things started transforming, it was like a slow period of just having things work itself out in the background. Intentions being made clear, the truth having to come out. It was just a period of, like what was told to me, things were going to be a little bit bad or delayed or slow before it gets better. And now that I'm going through it, definitely I wanted to allow a lot of time to go through, so I can give you a really honest recap video, really just give you a little insight of what I went through and how my life is going and will go, the direction it is going in the future. So I wrote down in my booklet, a month by month recap of 2022. I had to write it down and reading through everything month by month. I would definitely say 2022, if you're into numerology, it was a 6 year. Venus, 6 is ruled by Venus, or Venus rules the number 6. So if you're familiar with the planet Venus and its themes, that kind of is what the theme of 2022 is. I will say that I did experience a little bit of Venus's themes. Venus is normally deals with relationships, romance, partnerships. Venus rules art, beauty, everything beauty, fashion related. So I got a bit of Venus themes, but also I just really wasn't sleeping that much. I kept waking up so early, like 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. And honestly, when I would wake up early and I had just a random burst of energy, I just got up and prayed or talked to my ancestors. I honestly would just kneel and light some candles and be able and patha and be able to communicate with my ancestors, try to figure out, why did you wake me up? Is there a reason why I'm up? Is there anything you want me to do? Write down or brainstorm. I noticed that last year it was because of the cleansing. It opened a lot of things up. I feel like it definitely opened up the communication with my ancestors. I feel like last year was a way for them to feel like they could feel much more closer with me, trust me as well, because being able to doing that and just taking a leap of faith showed them that they can trust me with a lot more, I would say, task, trust me with a bit more wisdom and knowledge that was given to me from them. Whatever they wanted to tell me, They woke me up really early, which was a lot. I just allowed the moment to be with them, gave them that moment to deepen my connection with them, listen to them, and trust them. Since by doing that, traveling somewhere I've never been, meeting people I have never met before, uh, that was my way of just showing them, like, I trust you and will put all my faith into you. And however it goes is however it goes. And wherever that direction takes me, I will continue in that direction and see where I will end up. So we can start with the month of January. January, I felt refreshed. Felt really like stripped raw, stripped bare. And I know that I had to just sit in that feeling because of what happened was something I haven't done before. Since that was something I haven't done before, I just need to sit and just pretty much take a deep breath, take a back seat. Since everything just moves so fast, I just needed to just sit in that, pretty much bask in that glow. I know that when it comes to cleansing, it's something you do every day. If not every day, it's something you do weekly. Not something of that magnitude of what I got done. But when you're going out, talking to people, shaking hands, it's still a transfer of energy. Um, I know people, when they talk about transfer of energy, they talk about sexual relations, but I'm here to tell you, when you're talking to someone, hugging them, shaking their hand, whatever, it's still a transfer of energy. When you're putting yourself out there, posting photos, people are going to throw some type of negativity, what people call evil eye, onto the photo. So you always have to protect yourself. You always have to cleanse yourself. And it's something I still do daily and every week, even though I had what I got done 2 years ago now. It's still an ongoing thing. Uh, I'll show you towards the end of my video what I'm talking about, what I do daily to protect myself and cleanse myself. And if it does come to me, I will probably have to talk to someone who is a healer or someone who is like a priest or priestess. If they do tell me annually, it's definitely important to do something, once a year of that magnitude. I will cross that bridge when I get there, but I do know for a fact, even though I got that done, you have to have some sort of protection over you, just because you never know what is out there, and you never know people's true intentions. In January, I was refreshed, and I just continued to work my job in sales. I was working inside sales every year, if not January. Usually every year, like December or January, I normally talk to an astrologer or a numerologist just to give me some insight on what to expect for the next year. February is my birthday month. February 2022, I definitely felt more bold and more confident. I definitely had to take a back seat, like I said, just to sit and stew and everything and in the feelings. And February, I definitely felt like, okay, I feel freer, I feel more confident, I feel bold, I feel like I could put myself out there. I could definitely show the world who I really am and not feel, weird about it or just care like what people will say. I'm the type of person that just bounces from things, and I always felt like I would be judged for bouncing from one thing to another because people would think, oh, she's flip-floppy. But no, I'm the type of person that just wants to try everything once. Try handing something, see if I'm good at it and if I like it. And I almost forgot. February 14th, which is Valentine's Day here, is when I met my partner. So it was going on 3 years. February 14th, we went out. We went to a hotel. We celebrated what we call our anniversary when we met. We just had fun in the hotel. We relaxed, got massages, all that cute stuff. I had a lot of fun, and it felt great to just celebrate ourselves, to just, celebrate us, and just have some nice romantic things we can do. We do have a child, our son, together, so something that it was important to us to just have our us time. March of 2022, I got into some hobbies. I met some people that would get me to open up. Pretty much I stepped outside my comfort zone. March was when I just did that thing where I just wanted to try everything once. I got into anything I want that interests me. I did a lot of networking, meeting people. April is my partner's birthday. I would definitely say our relationship got a lot better, and it was consistent. Less arguments, less just being angry with each other. And now that I'm looking back on it, I feel like my ancestors backed off a lot. If you're familiar with someone who's ancestrally gifted, their ancestors are very protective over that person uh, when it comes to who they date, who their friends are, who's around them in their circle. Ancestors feel like we don't care, we come first. And it felt like because I went out and did what I did to show that I trust them and I would do anything for them, that I'm here for them, it was like they backed off a lot. With my partner, with me, my partner, is our relationship got a lot better. It felt like whatever was looming over it was cleared out. Things got so much better, so much sweeter, especially if you're noticing like things not happening quickly. It feels like there's a hold, there's like a delay happening in your life. If you need something, if you need it to be cleared, something like that is definitely important just to get the flow going in your life. Have opportunities land in your lap, have relationships get a lot sweeter, have more clarity in life when it comes to the people in your life. You definitely would be a good candidate for something like that to get done. And for his birthday, we definitely I did something nice for him. I probably show a little bit of photos. We went ziplining. We did a little bit of pottery. I took him to a Korean barbecue spot. It was just something fun I wanted to do, and something I just want to show my appreciation for him, because this is a lot. Not only was a lot for me, but whomever is with you, your parents, your children, your spouse, whomever, like it takes a toll on them too, especially if they see you going through something that's so, how do I put it? I wouldn't say it's stressful, but also it's just emotionally draining. And if someone cares about you, they also will feel that feeling, take a toll on them emotionally too, seeing someone they care about going through depressive thoughts, a lot of depressive episodes. Just want to show him that I appreciate him. And May, it's funny because May is here in the States. May is I feel like I think is mental health month. So it was so fitting how May was when I took my mental health much more seriously. I pretty much went out and talked to a counselor. I talked to them and tried to figure out what would be best for me. Since I realized I was struggling with postpartum depression when I had my son, it was 2020. In 2022, I realized that is what I've been dealing, a little bit of postpartum depression. Yes, I'm going through a spiritual transition. I'm going through something that is soul altering, but something that people need to keep in mind of is that, we are human, and we also need to take care of our physical body. We need to pay attention and take care of our mental health. Do what you need to do on the spiritual side, which is like cleansings and protections, and you light your candles, light your incense, you cleanse your area, like all that spiritual, all that tasks done to improve your spiritual health. It's also important to pay attention to your mental health as well, and that's what I found out in May, and was able to move forward in the direction to improve my mental health. And I will say, talking to a counselor or a therapist or whomever, if you feel like you need that, especially as someone who's really if you're going on a spiritual journey because of you're trying to heal a side of you, your childhood self, or healed or whatever trauma you've been through, it's definitely important to take your mental health into consideration as well. Since I was able to take care of my mental health, but also stood up to a bunch of people who I should have stood up to a long time ago. If this is what I want to do, it's so important to just stand up for myself. I do feel like your self-esteem, your confidence, your intuition, it goes hand in hand with how you treat yourself, how you talk to yourself. If you stand up for yourself, if they care about you, they will listen to you. They will want to support you. And they want to make sure that you're feeling comfortable, that wherever environment or wherever space you're in, even if they're with you, they should want to make sure that you feel comforted, that you feel safe, that you feel like you can open up and be yourself. And that's something I had to give myself. In June, I quit my job. enough was enough. I switched careers. The idea was to switch careers, and June was the start. I quit my job. I went to the Essence Festival in New Orleans, Louisiana, with my friend, and that was really fun. I was able to eat some great food. We ate some Creole food, some Cajun food, just delicious food. Able to listen to music, saw a bunch of celebrities, went to the concert and everything. Essence Festival is definitely something that is done around the summertime every year. If you're familiar, of course, with music festivals, Essence Festival is something that happens in New Orleans annually. If you're familiar with the movie Girls Trip, then you would know that is the Essence Fest. It might be a little bit exaggerated in the movie, but I was definitely able to go to a concert, drink, eat some great food. It was definitely something to remember. In July, since I was freshly unemployed, I was able to go on so many dates. My partner was able to treat me to so many dates. We went out, had some time to ourselves when he had some down period during the weekday while our son was in daycare. We were able to just go see movies, go eat at restaurants, just enjoy just me having so much time. It's cool being unemployed and have so much time in your hands, but I was like, okay, I gotta start thinking. We need some money. I need to pay off the trip, and I needed to figure out. Well, I realized what I didn't want to do. What do I want to do? Career-wise, in what direction do I want to go in? Therefore, I took a bunch of courses. I gained a bunch of certifications. I was able to learn everything I can learn, but the important thing, I was able to also apply the knowledge that I gained with those courses. August, I completed the Google Data Analytics certification, and also my fiance flew me to Cabo. We flew to Cabo, which is Baja California, Mexico. Um, it was San Lucas and San Jose. It was Cabo San Lucas, Cabo San Jose, but we stayed in San Jose. It was amazing. We stayed in on a nice resort. Was able to just enjoy ourselves. The ocean was really rough, so we pretty much on the San Jose side, we just went to a bunch of restaurants, ate some good food. San Lucas, where it was nice and a little bit, I feel like the water was warmer, the water was calmer. And that's where he proposed. We we enjoyed ourselves. It was so much fun. I think we stayed there for a week. Our son was definitely ready to go. But we were able to just enjoy ourselves, and I would say that the proposal was a little bit of surprise, because he was honestly a nervous wreck. So I was like, okay, what reason why he would be nervous on vacation? So yeah. September, I took more courses. Definitely stayed in that analytical background. I wanted to, when I went out to interviews, be able to speak confidently in my skills, in the things I learned. I wanted to move in business, sales, analytical. I wanted to move into that career field. October, finally, no more interviews. That was a tough time. August, September of nothing but interviews. October, I got a analytical contracting job, which, so long story short, I had to just take anything. I needed the money. I needed the experience. I was okay with taking anything and accepting anything. It definitely gave me the experience I needed. So I'm definitely fortunate to have that as my background. Thankfully, it was hybrid, so I didn't have to be in the office too many times. I could also work from home. November is when I realized, no, this is not for me. I appreciate the experience. I appreciate this opportunity, but it confirmed in me that I wanted to have a career that combined a good amount of sales and business analytics. I went back to, interviewing. Those times when I was home, I was able to just have a interview, online web interview. December, I interviewed with another company that was also hybrid, so that was important for me to also have the flexibility of be able to work from home. Um, and I got the job. It was like I interviewed one. I like let's say I interviewed Thursday. The next Thursday, I got the job. I got the email that I got the job. It was happened so quick. I just honestly had to check: is this a scam? Is this a real company? But it is. I'm currently now 2 months in. I started beginning of January of this year, 2023. Now it's been a month since I've been working at that job, so it was crazy. I do December of the end of a year or January beginning of the year. I like to talk to an astrologer. And so, honestly, the reason why I like to talk to an astrologer or a numerologist like the end of a year, beginning of a year, is because I am a master number 11. And if you're familiar with numerology and master numbers, anybody associated with the number 11, 22, or 33, those people are put on this earth with a purpose, with a job. They have, they're instructed to pretty much help society, help humanity, change the world. And honestly, speaking as a number 11, I have a lot of questions. Things are just so not clear, made clear. You're put on this earth and told you're supposed to make a difference, and they're like, okay, we'll figure it out. So I like to use all my tools, the support I have, my ancestors, my fiance, water spirits, and God. The support group I have to help me through is important. The tools that you have are important, especially if you're told you're supposed to make a difference. You got to use what all you have to help you along your journey. Honestly, don't want to get into the other numbers because I can't really speak for those other numbers. I just want to focus on master number 11 because that is who I am. When you research master number 11, you know, people can tell you the basic description, the basic, themes around 11 and what we're supposed to do. But I really don't see many videos of someone speaking as a master number 11, someone who has this job to do. And most people don't really go into depth of the things that we go through, the things that we feel, and how should we go about the next steps in our life once we become, a little bit awakened, when we realize, okay, I am different from everybody. It does feel like I have a purpose. No one really shares their story, and it's something that I want to put out there. I would like to maybe put a little bit of videos about the number 11, the master number 11, and the roles and what to expect, and also just provide some support and some comfort, because I can't speak for 22 and 20. I can't speak for 22 or 33, but I just know for 11, it just feels like it just feels like our life is in a blender. Honestly, I stated how 2022 was a number 6 year. Now that we're in 2023, it is a 7 year. Neptune rules the number 7. Neptune is all about spirituality. It's all about illusions. It's all about dreams and all things dreamy and just watery, spiritual. Also doing with a lot of delusion. It's definitely a really good year for 11 to just, it's kind of like stretch your spiritual legs, be able to take a stab at the spiritual side of yourself. If you add my birthday and the year 2023, it's also 11. So I'm a master 11 going through an 11 year, and something I definitely will put out once I go through this year. So anybody who's 11 or an 11 that's going through an 11 personal year, maybe this video will help you out, give you a little bit of a push and some confidence, and also some reassurance that you're not alone. And it is a little bit scary, and it's a little bit awkward and not clear. But what I've learned, if you just trust your intuition, if you just trust in your abilities and have faith that if you just take one step, if you at least try, it's way better than just not doing anything at all. But the feelings around 2022, it was like I felt alone. I went through this huge transforming, life altering experience, and it was just like it's something I had to go through alone, and that feels very isolating. Honestly, realize here, this is not my home. Here in the States, it just felt like it's not for me. Especially since I've been traveling my entire life since I was 4. I realized like being in different countries, like if you're familiar with astrocartography, based off your birth chart or based off of the energy of that country or that area, it's just going to mesh well or bad, just depending on who you are as a person. Just like if you born in a country where it's like you honestly don't feel like you belong in, and that's something that I realized for me. I spoke to someone who helped me narrow down those places where it will be most beneficial for me to live. I moved somewhere where I can raise a family. I can you know buy a home somewhere. If I, like, for example, if I work from home, will everything fall into place or will everything fall apart? I'm trying to live somewhere where it feels way more harmonious. It feels warm, it feels inviting, it feels like I can breathe, it feels where I can, belong. And not saying wherever I move to, I'm not going to experience, problems. That's, inevitable. You're always going to go through life and problems no matter where you are, but essentially I feel like I'm not who I once was, and I feel like I'm kind of outgrowing where I grew up. I'm outgrowing a lot of things here, and it much is something inside me telling me it's time to go, and I'm not one to ignore my intuition or ignore my ancestors. I definitely feel like when I came back from my trip, like that journey, that chapter has closed. Like, that was it. When I started my journey in 2017, I kid you not, it feels like from 2017 to the end of 2021, that chapter has closed. I'm now trying to figure out this whatever. Like I said, I had so many questions to answer. Now it was like, boom, that has ended. Time to start your next journey, your next path, and be going in that direction, having that cleansing, talking to a traditional healer. That could be just the end and the thing you needed. I realized for me, it was like, cool, with this information, it's time to go in a different direction now. Or just a direction that's more aligned with my path and my purpose. You kind of feel like, what else? Like, now that I accomplished this one thing, it's like, where can I direct all this energy to now? Like, what else is for me to do? I'm saddened that it's been done. Like, I'm great. I'm so happy that I finally found what I needed. But now, what else? What else is there for me to do? Where should I put all, direct all this energy? So it's a little bit part of the journey. I feel like it's supposed to push you in that direction, wandering aimlessly in the dark, trying to find that light at the end of the tunnel. So on top of continuing this channel, being more active, I am starting a business. I am going to start selling and putting out things that I use and create every day. Like, I create soaps, I make oils. I'm now trying to get into making incense from scratch. I have this skill ability to just tinker and create and do things, creating household items that I use every day or every other week. I took it for granted, but I realized, like, the people around me will use it up. They will, like, be like, hey, did you make any more? I didn't think much of it, but I am starting a business. And it's something that's, for me, it's something that connects me to my purpose. I stay away for so long, and I want to be able to stay active, stay consistent. I don't want to fall into the background. I want to put myself out there. I want to be more active and be more connected with my purpose. Once I put it out there, there's no going back. Once I put these videos, I'm more active on my TikTok, which I will share with you. There's no going back, and that's the nudge that I need to get me out my shell, to take me outside my comfort zone. And all the things that I want to sell on a website that I will soon launch sometime in end of May of this year, 2023. All the things I'm putting out is the things that I use It's the things that my fiance used, the things that my family members use, the things that I use on my son. I'm putting out things that not only do I use on my body, but my loved ones, the ones close to me, also use. I will not put out things I do not use, and that's a testament to me. I will not put out things I do not use. This bar soap, lavender. The base soap is goat's milk soap. You can see a little bit of the lavender bits that fell to the bottom, but essentially this is the mold that I put it into. A little leaf is like square with a leaf. This is the soap that I make for the household. The purpose is protection, to cleanse every day. I'll show you in a bit also what I will put, like the main ingredients that's important, the reason why this soap is for protection and for cleansing. Not only will I put a bit of Florida water that is good for protection, but I also but this, you see, has been used a lot. It's very multi-purpose. It is a bunch of herbs, definitely a bunch of herbs. Does contain nuts, nutmeg, black walnut. So I definitely will put a disclaimer, like yes, it contains nuts. But it's a bunch of herbs that came to mind. That was important to make this mixture multi-purpose. But the reason why I say multi-purpose, because not only do I use that mixture to cleanse and protect, put in my protection baths, I also use it for floor washes. And I've been playing with a bit of molds. I mean, I'm not sure if I want to stick with this one, but this is honey almond. I put it with, a bee on the front because it's honey almond. You can see a bit of gold flecks. But essentially, the gold flecks are supposed to remind me that this is the money soap, gold money, and it's green for money. This is what, not only do they serve the main purpose of protection and cleansing, but each soap is going to have like their own little, what do you call it, like specialty, like its focus. Purple dealing with wisdom, intuition, dreams, anything spiritual. I use it if I want to focus on my intuition, help with my psychic abilities, dream state, spiritual. That's kind of what I put, that's where I was going with that thought process. Dealing with your intuition, strengthen your intuition, your spiritual abilities, make my dreams make more sense, help with my dreams. Orange, the orange one, chamomile bits in it as well. And also it has the chamomile bits, but it's rose and lang lang scent. I know I'm pronouncing it right, but lang lang scent and rose. Orange is what I thought it would be for, which I had to do, of course, do some research to confirm. But orange is for that courage, for confidence. Orange is something that also, it gives power. It's like power, confidence, and just makes you feel like a lot more sure of yourself. And it gives you that oomph, that push you need to just go ahead and make that action, go ahead and make that decision. Orange, I believe, is the sacral chakra, especially if you're going to interviews and you're nervous or whatever. If you just, again, need to strengthen that confidence, build your confidence, your self-esteem. Sacral chakra was definitely important for me. I'm just focused on the 3. I just want to start small. It'll be 3 soaps, 3 oils, 3 incense scents, because just want to start small, start simple. Don't want to give myself too much. The incense, I'm still waiting for more stuff to come in, but like I said, I'm making that from scratch. All this is from scratch. The soaps, I buy the base, but the mixtures that go in, the oils, the fragrance, whatever, herbs, I'm putting that in there. And I definitely felt led and guided to make those from scratch, because I know for a fact my ancestors were telling me, like, the things I'm doing, I need a certain incense or herb to burn, just like how we burn pebble. We burn pebble to get connected with the ancestors. You burn it when we burn it in that video near the river, and pebble was burned to connect with the ancestors, to communicate with the ancestors, to let them know we are here. Gets us a little closer to the spiritual realm. And That's why I wanted to start making my own, make it more tailored to closer to what I'm doing, and how I can help and support the masses in society, because I know that the people who are still looking and finding and figuring things out, for example, if you don't know how to do your own spiritual bath, or you don't know or want to do your own cleansings, here's the soaps. The people who are like, okay, who are into rituals and manifesting and stuff like that, if you want something that's very tailored to that, when you have your prayers or whatever, I have something for that. When it comes to oils, anointing your forehead, when it comes to blessing, or something I will have, like maybe when it comes to luck, or maybe for trying to attract abundance, attract good things. Something I'm going to create as well. Something I have used. I know that things I've created. There's so many things I've done in my life, things I've been using, that I've been creating for this household, and I didn't think anything of it because it came naturally. It came intuitively to me, and something I just want to share to the world because I am good at it, and I can, share to society just to appease my ancestors and know that I'm listening, I'm obedient. It's something that is something I'm here to do, to heal, to consult, to help out. Every little thing like this goes a long way. Maybe this is a confirmation when I start my business that this will be the first step in the right direction. I have to record videos. I have to get things shipped in. But real launch of everything is going to be middle to end of May. After I look through packaging, labeling, all that good stuff, do all the paperwork behind the scenes, and it gives you an idea before, after. It smells so good. I'm sorry, it smells so good. I just love lavender, day lavender. But this is what it looks like now. My son uses this soap, so yeah, his looks like this. He takes baths, so you know how it is in the bathtub. His went through a lot. So I'm definitely gonna try different molds. Right now you see rectangle, you see oval, you see honeycomb. I might try rose, like a rose mold or something. I don't know. We'll see. It will be a bit of a business and hobby, but long term the goal is to be a full-fledged business. I'll put more videos, but really the videos will be tailored around my business. I probably will put out videos dealing with me being a life path 11, living during right now I'm going through my 11 personal year. So with that 11, you can imagine what I've been feeling, what I've been going through, what I've been dreaming and seeing. It's a very highly spiritual moment for me, highly beneficial year for me. So anything that I've been thinking, any ideas I've been having, I'm definitely going to launch during this year, and I want to definitely document and show other life path 11s that wherever your path is definitely going to be different from mine. But wherever it is, the journey you take, it's going to require you to trust yourself, listen to yourself, and don't doubt yourself at all. No matter how many times, the opportunities or whatever fall in my lap, no matter how many times things have worked out, it still will surprise me. It still has that awe factor. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. The fact that everything is just moving perfectly in sync. There's no more delays, there's no more blockages, all that was cleared out. The connection has been, repaired. See how just things have just gotten so much better because of that. I'll never get used to it. Especially if you're used to just things not going right. There's always something that happens. Something always goes wrong. And then for everything to just go right, I feel like that's how life is supposed to be. As soon as you have that taste of that sweetness, you're going to keep going in that direction. And I feel like that's how it was for me. Now that I got my feet set on more sturdy and stable ground, it was like, oh yeah, I'm going to keep walking on this stable ground. I'm not going to go backwards and walk on shaky, unpaved ground. No. Now that I know what I know, I'm not going back. I know a lot of people, because of that video, are thinking, oh, okay, your next step is to be a, Tangoma, a healer. I feel like that is for me too. But I'm not sure if it's going to look like that. It may not. I'm not sure. Like I said, I still have some more questions and I'm still on the journey of figuring it out. And until then, while things are a little bit quiet, um, I'm just gonna try my hand in a lot of things and see what sticks, just like how I did, in that video. Again, so much for watching, for letting me know, how you feel. It does mean a lot. So thank you so much for your views. Again, for telling me and just being, thank you for just interacting, being active on my channel even while I was gone. The goal is to be a lot more active and to put out more videos. And even though I haven't been putting anything out, I made sure to respond to your comments. Since this stage that I'm in right now is very early, you're going to see more activity really on my TikTok, so I'll put my information below so you can go ahead, or above, so you can go ahead and move to TikTok if you want to see more of my activity. And thank you again for your support. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this resonates. And of course, until we meet again, with love, Day Lavender.